She was a ghoul working in the Macam. What was the arrangement?
Was she, old sport? Not one of mine. Interesting to find out whose neck she was supping from.
Nice place you got here.
I'm flattered it meets the approval of one so expert in fashion and decor. I'm sure we'll have the pleasure of seeing you here often, given your new role. Just keep it discreet, all right? And get your boss to buy you a better jacket.
Who found her?
As it happens, I did. First thing I saw when I came in. Does that make me a suspect?
I'm reasonably sure that if you murdered someone with inventive props and scenery, you'd be only too happy to tell me.
Right on the button, Detective. Right on the button.
When was the body found?
First thing when I came in. About a half hour after sunset.
Uh-huh. Now that does tell me something important. The killer couldn't have done this at night. They must be mortal.
Bingo, dear boy. I wondered if you'd spot that.
A mortal taking out a ghoul as some sort of message. Well, well, well. Where were you when she died? Assuming she died here.
Deep in a dreamless sleep, I'd imagine. Given the time it must have taken to stage this little vignette.
I'll see you later.
Enjoy your night.
My sire, Gideon, and the sheriff, Hector, they'd asked me to make some chit-chat with the corpse.
Fabian, my boy, what do you make of her?
Well, she is definitely dead.
That's the best you can do?
Sorry, boss. Head torn off rather than chopped. Iron rebar through the heart.
Torn off. Interesting. Anything else?
There's an artifact. A metal thing, sort of a cross, but with a pointed end.
Sharpened cross and a severed head. Remind you of anything, Hector?
Marla worked here in the Macam. I think she was a ghoul.
More than likely. Fletcher values loyalty in his staff.
But she wasn't Fletcher's ghoul, was she?
Don't try that on me, Malkavian. She was Rosalind's, all right?
Always sensible for a prince to have their ear to the ground.
The kill happened during the day. This wasn't kindred.
A cross, a torn-off head, and a mortal killer. What do you think, Sheriff? Hunter?
It seems so.
Marla was a mortal girl who sold healthful cigarettes. Why her? Because she worked for one of the princes?
Sounds likely, doesn't it?
Well done. I'll take it from here. The fact it happened during the day, that's useful. You look into the girl. Find out where she lived, her lovers, family, friends. Either file a nasty accident or an ordinary back alley encounter. Whatever works. Make sure no one will miss her.
Poor kid. One day selling salvation from a box, the next, poof, gone. Forgotten, buried. But isn't that the way of our world?
What was that?
You saw it too, huh? Well, look, I'm sorry to disturb your sleep. I guess it was a dream? But, no, those were memories. I mean, things that I'd forgotten or maybe misunderstood at the time. Something must have dislodged them. Gideon, my sire, and Hector, my old boss. Both are long gone.
We have a place to be. To meet the prince.
That's right. The Macam Bar. The place we just dreamed, actually. Maybe that's why it was on my mind. Ah, we should get to the prince.
No you for coming.
I am flattered. A private audience with the prince herself.
Hardly private. I'd like to take you up on your offer. As you heard, the sheriff has abandoned his duties and thinks he's our new scourge. Apparently, destroying Thin Bloods is a better use of his time.
Do you know why?
You can ask him yourself when you find him. And bring him back so I can speak with him.
As you wish, Prince.
That's what I like to hear. Benny left a mess out back. Track him, find him, bring him to me. Do that, and we'll talk about your future in Seattle. And your answers.
A moment. You invited me here. Can we talk?
I can spare a few minutes.
Your sire, Lou. I sensed some tension. Or am I mistaken?
Lou, where to begin? The woman was a big deal for a long time. Nobody denies that. But left undrunk, even good wine goes bad eventually. Does that answer your question?
It does, yes. Tully speaks very freely with his prince. This is unusual.
Tully speaks very freely to everyone and everything. He's also extremely effective. The textbook example of not judging by appearance.
I would know more about you.
That's a very open question.
You are prince, perhaps unlooked for. Does the change unsettle you?
Does the city falling apart in 2 nights unsettle me? I'll say this. I've got a lot of experience putting out fires. Don't get me wrong, this bullshit is something else. Luckily, I thrive in fast-paced environments.
I'm curious about your history with Lou Graham. Why she chose you.
Campbell may have been prince, and he could fill a suit and smile like a shark, but he wasn't one for nuance. He bucked harder than Lou would have liked. But I was an even hand. So, she made me her insurance policy. Campbell wasn't thrilled, but what could he do? Besides, it was Lou's call. And you don't piss off your sire, even as prince.
I would like to hear about your former life. Who was Ryong Choi before she was prince? Who was she before she became kindred?
What do you think?
You have had a long career in business, I think.
Obviously. I'm curious it doesn't surprise you that a woman could do that. It's been a long century.
One night I will tell you of Qasem Sultan. But for now, I would hear of you.
I started working with Campbell back in the 90s. His business administrator. And to my shame, his ghoul. A glorified secretary. But I worked my way up. Eventually, he trusted me, whether he'd admit it or not. Growing up, I wanted to be a nurse. Seems funny now, don't you think?
The Tremere girl.
Sophia. I apologize. She gets absorbed once she has a project.
Am I one such project?
I hope that's not a problem. I can see you two working closely together. But we'll discuss that when you've done the job.
Thank you for indulging my curiosity.
Of course. I think you'll do well here, Fire. I'll see you back at Weaver Tower for your report once you're done.
Aren't you?
I need to know where Benny is.
You need to leave.
Benny Muldoon, where is he?
He's gone to cool off. You should leave him be. What do you want with him?
I mean you no harm. I just need to find Benny. He must be stopped.
Stop him. Shit. I knew something was up. I knew it. I should have... If only I... Oh, God.
Max is Benny's sire. Some folks get it the wrong way round.
You knew something was happening. Calm yourself. Explain it to me.
He'd been away a lot. He told me things were changing, and how he was gonna be a part of it. Just talk. Venting like he always does, but he meant it this time. God.
Always venting about what?
Arguing with the prince, with Campbell, about how he was too soft on the thin bloods. I tried to steer him, keep him in line, Your generation ain't your fault. Look, when Campbell was found, Benny was... It was like he was free. And that was it. It was only Campbell holding him back. Nothing I said meant anything.
You are not to blame for Benny's mistakes. A sire can guide their child, but they cannot control them.
Look, just because something is not your fault, that doesn't mean it's not your responsibility.
Why sire him if you knew he was so erratic?
Look, he was a piece of shit as a mortal. A career breaking bones for bad money. And he enjoyed it. Or said he did. But I was a piece of shit when I was mortal too. The embrace changed me. For the better. It took all my fear away. And I started to figure most assholes are just scared. Deep down. There was something in Benny. I saw him stand over his buddy, keeping him breathing, talking so gently. I thought that was the core of him. And the rest was fear. Just like me. I thought if I gave him a chance...
Where is he, Max?
He is still my child. If nothing else, I deserve to know. What are you going to do to him?
Your child has been on a murderous rampage, killing Thin Bloods and crossing the Prince. The Prince sent me to stop him, and to return him to her.
Oh my God. Benny. Oh, my child. You gotta stop it. I know. I get it. I think he's at the Western Reconstruction site. It's where a bunch of anarchs like to hang, not too far from here. That's where he was heading.
Thank you. Benny is no longer your responsibility. I will take care of things from here.
Can I at least know who you are? Before...
I am the Nomad. But here and now, you can call me Fire.
Fire. Thank you. Wait, that mark on your hand. I found this in Benny's stuff. Give that back.
Where did he get this?
I don't know. Do you?
Do you know what it is?
No, I swear.
Fire. He doesn't know anything.
I have to go.
Look, you don't have to hurt him. Please, I can still help him.
The Western Rest site. I have a memory that anarchs do hang out there. You won't find a welcome. Far as they know, Benny's still sheriff acting on court orders. And since you're not with the anarchs, you are most certainly with the court.